Hey everyone, Chef. Here's what I was thinking, right? I said we were done with Terraformers, but there's a weekly challenge, and I completely forgot that there's a weekly challenge. So, we might play every once in a while. Maybe get like one game a week of Terraformers in, because I do like it, and it is a fun game. So this week, we've got Friendly Planet, No Water on Mars, and Difficult Terraforming with I think this is the space project goal, which historically we've been very good at. We'll see how it goes. I feel like no water is really not going to do... It's hard to say no to the space path for space victory. Hard to say yes to increasing water production for every water you start producing. I feel like no water on Mars is really not that impactful, because as soon as we flood the planet, we can build desalinators, and then we get water for free. So I think that's probably going to be our plan, is just rush desalinators as fast as possible, basically. And then as soon as we have those, we're set. It's going to be too early to do orbital ring. I'll put like one towards you, but I really want to make sure I'm building tritium thermogenerators. And then as far as my other import, I don't know, pretty early to tell, but I'd imagine we're probably going to want water, given that there is no water on Mars. And then I can exchange silicates out, because we know we're going to be able to get some from here. We definitely take our first generator. We definitely explore. Probably looking for like a robot hub at this point. I can probably get a laboratory up pretty easily. No robot hubs, I'll just take a second tritium thermogenerator. I need nitrates off this. That'll do. I'm still fine exporting silicates, I think. Extra trade route, there's a robot hub. Now I think we want to pivot to doing something like that. We can export one science for the time being. Grab some more out of that node. It's a high tile, good to know. We have a potential for the solar panel opportunities there. We could even go to 6 this turn, basically. Just trade all of our science away, build our robot hub, get a mine up. There's our third tritium thermogenerator. You can go here, and then give me this tile and this tile. Explore me this tile. Next turn we only need to import 1 titanium. I'll put one of you back towards orbit. No, I should get these generators up. 4, 5, 6, 7. Burn your silicates for it, you can get more later. Take your exploration satellite. Take your first entertainment center, probably. Get a nice +6 support out of that. Set a mine up. And now what are we looking to satellite? Probably tritium. Like, tritium really advances our counter here a little bit, because we can do this. We can do this. You're not great. Probably not going to be founding a city there. But it gets us closer to Tritium Generator 3, and then when we've got Tritium Generator 3, we can spin up Orbital Ring again. And I don't need to import titanium anymore. So just give me tritium instead. It wouldn't be that bad to take Venus. I know it's -9 support per turn, but heat is so hard to come by in the early game, I think. On the other hand, taking Europa would really let us rush oceans, which is good for desalinators. So we take Europa, we desalinate, and then we're good to go. And Ceres is just, it's fine. No, because I want to do the space projects, actually. Give me Venus for the heat, and then I would happily just do the space projects when I see them. There's our solar panels, so we're not going to be trading away silicates anymore. We want to start saving those up. And then I guess we also kind of want to rush silicates. If we could grab some tritium as well, that would be pretty good. There's you done, so we can turn you off. And I think we just want to blitz the end of that project now. Do I have anywhere I could explore 3 silicates next turn? No. So why don't you ensure that you'll hit it? Do a little something like that. Because now no matter what we explore this turn, it'll be enough. And then take another robot hub. Export 2. Explore any hint of silicate you can find. You will be guaranteed to get 12. Get your 2 power per turn. Import a tritium and export a science to ensure that this project can keep running. And now you're looking for your next city to found. So just keep exploration up. Advanced city planning, I don't think is great. Urban planning's fine. Automated scientific archive is fine. Our science production isn't great right now, so I'm kind of pulled towards that. And then grab a resonance station to have eventually, but we gotta start thinking about food soon. That is a plains city. I'm not excited about that. That is a crater city. I am excited about that, and it's okay. It doesn't give us anything, but it does have a natural site. It has a titanium mine, a nitrate mine, a silicate mine. We'll be founding that city. Almost certainly we will be founding that city, so let's get ready to do it. I'd be fine taking a second lab here, because we'll be able to build it this turn. It's just another thing that we can export. And then I'll throw away 1 power. Next turn we're going to be at 9 water. Regional buildings and earthworks is pretty good. There's a lot of rocks in that new city site, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It might not be the worst thing to fire off earthworks once or twice. I think that would be fine. I also do think modular apartments are really good. So go like that, go like this. Nitrates is fine. Next turn you're at 10 water. Go to 28 food. Oh, and then I guess take like a Marsha. We really got to see some food producing buildings here soon though. I need like a tuber farm to show up post haste. In the meantime, a landing pad's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Take another robot hub. Take some tritium just to ensure you can finish that project. Found. Come here for a nice +6. Destroy this rock. Give me my first robot hub. Set up a titanium mine, set up a silicate mine. And I'd really like to turn this into an agricultural complex, but I don't know where that water is going to come from. So I think we might just have to settle for the fact that it's going to be a nitrate mine instead. Wow, that's a good city. Maybe we should have gone there. Maybe we'll found both. Titanium deposit, fertile soil in a spot where we can use a soil factory. And a nice little small natural site. I think we want to found that city. 2 tritium mines. And it's in a good tile. We'll be able to plant trees here almost immediately. We really got to make that happen. So let's start saving up food and water again. -28. I'm chilling. I'm fine. Wouldn't mind a research center. Keep tritium coming in. We should have plenty to finish this project now. I will happily take methanogenium. I would love to take food. You're going to go here, and we're going to start establishing that immediately. You're going to come here to get extra power. Am I interested in 2 nitrate mines? Because I could robot hub here, and then grab this mine and this mine to just get the most nitrates you've ever seen. It's not happiness, which is my big concern. Or I guess we could get that nitrate mine too. I think it's still worth it. Rover Exploration Center, I don't really think is what we're looking for, but I guess it is extra explorations, and we have a ton of tritium. We don't have an empty tile for it, but we can make an empty tile for it with a robot hub. We're going to need titanium if we want this to work, though. So let's grab a cheap titanium, and then grab a titanium that's slightly more expensive. You know, I could also put the robot hub here. No, I want a house to go there instead. Let's knock out Automated Scientific Archive. You're not good, right? Yeah, you're bad. Alright, I think we do this. We're going to be starved on titanium for a little while, but it's okay, we can explore for it. Sport building wouldn't be that bad right now. And I know I said I was going to build a rover exploration center, but we can do a little bit of cheeky math here to actually finish that project this turn if we build the rocket pad instead. And then if you explore me with a little bit of titanium, I could put a support building here. Is that worth it? I think it is, yeah. Because it gives me this tile where I could set up a rover exploration center or a bacteria spreader. It should probably be a bacteria spreader because of the terraforming parameters this game. Speaking of. That's a lot of trade routes to have on turn 17. Feeling pretty good. I would like to build this next turn, so let's just do a little bit of quick math. If I wait on that for a second, I think I can juice some numbers a little bit. Also, Rover Exploration Center is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever taken it before, but I may actually build it. Like, Rover Exploration Center, you know, Rover Center, and then Optimization Center. Just because it's going to let us get resources faster, which is good. And then keep on titanium to get back to the CO2 factory. You can do it next turn. You could do it this turn. Yeah, you can do it this turn. Alright, put you up here. God, it's so nice having power. And now, if we double resource production this turn, we get a bunch of extra stuff, I think. I don't know, I didn't really stop to do the math. And our population's only 1 right now, so doubling that isn't really that impressive. Import food. Export silicates, export 1 power. We're flush with power for a change. Tritium per turn I don't think I'm gonna need. Silicate per turn I don't need. 6 support per turn I would take. I can repair both of you with no trouble. A development center would be nice to have. No, am I willing to take a -9 support on Venus? No, I think I have to take the +6 support first. Just to kind of keep ourselves alive a little bit. And then you're just another nitrate mine. So 27, 28, 30. That'll let us build a house if we ever see one. 3, 4, 8 will let us build a nitrate mine. And then import a water. You can get rid of a couple silicates. You can get rid of 50 tritium. It's a lot of tritium, but I guess let's get started on it. Because if we found this city, we'll have so much. And that would be a very good house to take, because you're going to have 4 mines. No, I don't need to use earthworks for that. I can just pay for it. And then get a development center down so that I can pick extra projects. Give me a nitrate mine. It's going to cost us a lot, but it's going to be another mine, which is going to be extra happiness. Alright, so we're down to -10. Not a great spot to be, but it's fine. The next thing we probably want to start working on is founding this city. So let's get started on that. Export your tritium. Import water up to 10. You can afford to export some nitrate and some silicate. And then export extra tritium just to make progress on the trade route. George, you've done a great job for us. I really appreciate it. Converting silicates into titanium seems like the kind of thing that's really powerful right now. But making animal spreaders cheaper is also going to be really good when we can't find water. But I think this is just going to be better for us long term. It drives our economy forward much better. Would happily take a soil factory. Although I still wish I had more buildings that just straight up produced food. We're going to need to explore this tile to found that city, so let's get that taken care of. And then what do we need? I guess having nitrates would be good. So that we can get closer to being able to put that soil factory down here. Like, it's only going to give us +1 food to start, but that's just a start. Take you up to 10. The rest of you are going to go there. Honestly, export all of it. This will get us to Saturn too, in relatively short order. And then give me a tundra forest to maybe get ready for flooding the planet. That's huge. We love that. Because now you can go here, and then next turn, or possibly this turn if we're smart with our explorations. 5, it's not going to happen this turn. But next turn, we can build a tuber farm. We can double our food production again. Let's keep working on 30 to get this city founded. Get rid of a couple extra silicates, because silicates are really stacking up right now. I don't have the food for that. But can I really afford a trade embargo? I guess, because if I see space projects, it's fine. Right? The only thing it's really going to hurt is our water production, but after we build this next city, we're not going to need water anymore. And look at all the space projects it's gifted us. I would start with you. Reset all these. Give me some of that. I need to explore a little bit of tritium this turn, so that I can make sure that project keeps running. And then we can get you down to double our food, so that next turn we can found that city and we can set up tritium mines. I think we're in great shape right now. I think we're in really, really good shape. I wish that I could take both of these, but I can't, so I'm just going to take the space project. I'm going to found. And then what do I need to rebuild this shattered economy? Probably a little bit of tritium. And then like a little bit more tritium. And then we need a robot hub. Because we really got to get expansion tiles going here. So delete these to get to this. Get your extra titanium per turn. Lightweight hull structures is going to be kind of nice. But I think I'd rather have new scientific fields just to increase my science income. And then I would do MarsNet for a project. Would not mind... Okay, I'll take it. But I would not mind seeing some flooding projects right now, like some ocean flooding. That would be the kind of thing that would be very appreciated. I don't think I can afford to take that, unfortunately. I'll take a homestead, though. We're just going to have to let that be support. I don't have the space for it, and I don't want to throw any of these out. I think all those projects are better. You any good? No, you're just underground. You're not great, and you're going to be flooded. You're not great. You're okay. A silicate and an anomaly. Maybe. There's a small argument for it, I guess. Let's get that done. I would like to get to Venus and start importing heat. Minus 42. I'm not stressed. Road Paver Depot isn't a robot, but it is going to let us get at some of these mines. Take these three, set that up as a mine. Start working on that project. Let's also try and funnel some science into us right now, so we can maybe get this development center up and start taking more projects. I actually think we can do it this turn. Yeah, we can. No, you needed a big hint of science. You didn't have one. Easy come, easy go. You'll get it next turn. Alright, show me more space projects. I would happily take a habitat with heating unit. I would happily take a -9 on Venus now for the extra heat. And then I would love to set up a development center like here to buffer against that city mine so I can take a second space project. Problem is we don't have water, so we can't take that space project. I would settle for a Martia. So, what are you looking for now? You're looking for food, basically. Basically just food. So I guess explore any tile you can find. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Alright. There you go. Space project. Support building. And a pretty good one at that. +8. We probably need to keep exploring support just to keep ourselves afloat. That is not a good city spot. That is not a good city spot. So we can ignore those two. I guess I wouldn't mind having the extra trade route as well. Let's just finish that project this turn. And then there's our water project. We've been waiting for you. Also a free biogenerator, basically. +1 power, +1 atmosphere, +1 heat. Doesn't make people unhappy. Should be fine for you to just go in that corner. It's okay, but not just as super cold. People aren't necessarily going to like that. Let's get this planet flooded, shall we? You were going to run out of titanium just now, so you should probably satellite some titanium. Harry Leclerc I don't think is right for us right now. Like, he's really good for Space Path, but we're not on... or Soul Path, but we're not on Soul Path. On the other hand, you don't need me to tell you that I love killing my darlings. I go crazy for it. And I'd love to see extra projects. An observatory isn't really the extra project I was looking for there. And honestly, I don't really like any of these options. Although, don't we have a nice synergy with you? No. With you? No, with you? Projects you can research per turn. So that's the one that turns development centers into science. Research centers we don't care as much about. And I already have 2 houses, or I'd take a think tank condominium, but then I don't really have the water. Do I have an elevated tile that's not doing anything? No? You could expand to one next turn. And it does give you 4 support per turn, and it is just stuff you have laying around, so I guess that's not horrible. Finish that next turn. And then I guess start getting habitat with heating unit done. We'll stick that on Saturn. I need that, quite simply. Enable you. A bus station is going to be great to take. And then I want to look at other project options. But I absolutely want to import oceans. Let's just power through this. And then get to what we're really excited about. Also, free cultured meat lab. +2 food. You can get a bus station like here. So you can get that elevated tile to get an observatory. You can get this spot, which will make a nice dock eventually. And you can get this spot, which is just like a place where a bacteria spreader could probably go, or a plant spreader. The plant spreader is actually going to be more important because we're going to flood the planet when this project finishes. We do need to build up an appropriate amount of titanium in order to do that, though. So we should really start focusing our explorations on titanium. Oh my god, a second one. You can go. I don't need 2 science per turn. You can come in. You can come in. I would like to get titanium. I would like to finish that project. Which will happen next turn, but I'd like to work towards it. God, then I'd really like to take you as well. But that I definitely don't have space for. So let's just stay on titanium. We can spend power pretty frivolously here. Like, we can't go crazy, but we can't just dump a lot of power on this stuff. Why don't you see what's out here? Because we are going to expand out into this ocean. Oh, I could have played the development center. I'm going too fast. I need to slow it down. I'll take atmosphere per turn. It's also a place that we could establish a heating plant. Good, because we're kind of close to finishing that trade route on Saturn anyway. And then just crank that even higher. More titanium is good. More water's pretty good. I wish that I could take satellites too, but there's just no room. I'll take the development center instead. I'm gonna get a development center built too. And I'm gonna save this spot for a plant spreader, because in like 3 turns we're gonna be able to actually spread plants. Minus 56. That's a little scary. Keep exploring titanium, or that project is going to fizzle out. In fact, it still might. No, you can just barely make it. And then start working on this because you have a bunch of spare tritium saved up. Okay. Next turn I may actually import life forms just to see if I can get an interesting +4 power per turn for -2 comfort of living. I think I would take it. It's just too strong of a building. Take a dock for sure. I don't think I want to explore. I think I want to import life forms. I want to see if there's anything that I can get that's like worth... Well, no, there's not going to be anything. There is going to be stuff at 1 temperature, 1 heat. Plankton's not it, but I do like plankton. So I can give you one of these. The Xanthi's also looking pretty good. You know, maybe you are worth founding. Can I import yet? I can. The embargo's over. I should not do that. I should do this. We have so many silicates. And then if you built a hyperloop in Dramito Post, could it do anything interesting with that? You could build a dock on top of sandstones to get a gigantic titanium and a large titanium. And water tiles. I actually think that might be worth it. Because we get a mine out of it. We're not going to be building guided tours there. We're going to build a dock there instead. And then save the rest. But it'll just be nice to have those tiles to play around with. We can get out into Sabia too and see if anything interesting is going on over there. And then I can research a project, of course. I don't want either of this. Stack up, kill your darlings. Take extra trade routes. You won't mind that. Explore a mine. I don't really think I'm taking any of this. So I'll just take another +2 towards kill your darlings. I'll set up a dock. I will get a ocean deep core mine. Once I can afford it. And then just help me keep my support afloat a little longer. You only need to go to 10. And then we can work on finishing you. And then I'll keep exporting silicates. This will be a fine city. It's going to be able to have a shipwright. It has sandstones. It has double sandstone if we get like a train station. It has large silicates if we get a train station. It's not really getting anything for happiness, but the anomaly is fine. I think it'll be a good setup. Dark bacteria, alpine pine forest. That's exactly what I wanted. Water is good. A research center is fine, but not amazing. A seed vault is fine, but not amazing. Although, with the anomaly... Yeah, with the anomaly it's probably fine. Because we can put trees in Xanthi, and we could put bacteria in Xanthi. You grab this tile. Give me a bacteria spreader now. Give me methanogenium in Xanthi. And then later we're going to spread trees in Xanthi as well. You could also get to this mine. You could also get to this mine. That's a -1. Maybe you can't. I mean, you could, because you just offset it, right? Yeah. So it's basically free to expand to that because it's a mine. We just can't afford it yet because we have no titanium. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit in that case. And then we can turn you off. We can fully invest in our ocean project. We can found a city here. Next turn I can build the city mine. Marcia, tuber farm controlled nuclear meltdown. I do need more food. I did need a train station. This is water production for 19 science. That's not bad. And then do I have elevated tiles out here? Not particularly. Do I have elevated tiles over here? Maybe. Alright, I would take you speculatively then. I can set up a triple farm here. It's not perfect, but it kind of works. And then you can also come out here to give me +2 science per turn. Which will be +3 shortly. As soon as this plant spreader comes back online, 9 turns. Ugh. It's a long ways away. Big city talents, no thank you. Food boost? Maybe? Research 2 extra projects this turn is pretty good. I don't think we're in the business of doing skyscrapers right now. I think we're in the business of exploring titanium right now. And then getting 5 extra science out of that deal. Which we could then spend on a development center to get extra science out of that deal. And then we can start saving up for a dew collector. Because dew collectors are going to go crazy in Arabia and Xanthi. They're going to be great. I think I'd also be happy setting this mine up. And then I think I'd also be happy starting to finish that project for next turn. I think I'd be really happy taking a domed park. Spending nitrates on food. A second dock I don't think is strictly necessary right now. Because what we really want here is a shipwright. That's the big prize that we're looking for. Let's keep you going. We could also think about expanding here to get +3 food. And then we could also think about coming back into White Katina. No, you're good on support buildings already. You're good on support buildings already. Blue Mensa is good on support buildings already. Mustafa Post could use one. We'll put it here. It's gonna be annoying that it conflicts with a city mine. We're gonna take a -1 for that, but maybe we can offset it by just happiness in other places. And you have no elevated tiles that we know of that you can expand to right now. Oh wait, we wanted this to be a dock. Alright, that's fine. We'll see another one. Another dock will come by. I'm not worried about it. Robot hub? Sure. Atmosphere up? Sure. Space project? Sure. Free science? Sure. Can't really afford one of you, and I'd rather save the nitrates for a plant spreader if it shows up. Already have a house in hand, but maybe having a second house wouldn't be that bad. And a touring company will be okay in Mustafa Post, because you're going to have 2 sandstones and a canyon view as soon as this train station goes up, which will be happening this turn. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we build a combined living center here, we can go 5, 6. We can't afford any of it because we have no power. But next turn we can. And then if we build like a robot hub, we could go here and here. We could get the elevated tile for a heliostat power plant. There's also a large nitrate mine that's within reach. Mustafa Post is a great city. We can also get +2 water per turn with our dew collector. And then I guess we can just keep working on... No, we should do this. I'd say that was a pretty good turn. +20 science, -50 support. That's okay. I'd rather take 50 support than to wait 2 turns. We have so much science production now. Give me a electrolysis facility. Give me a food producing building. Give me a colony module. Give me an extra bacteria spreader. Then explore. More native Martian bacteria, sure. Take another house. Yeah, you can't hold the space project and then throw one out. So you can fit here. Next turn we can play another combined living center. It's going to go here, and it's going to allow us to reach these two tiles. Keep burning all of your silicates on giant space mirrors. We'll probably use it to heat up upper notches, because it's kind of like heat neutral right now. That'll make people a little happier. Take a kelp forest with how much ocean we have right now. It's free science. It's a free house. I do like a bus station. Explore the rest of this water just because I have plans for it. You come here, give me this ocean electrolysis. And while you're down here, give me this. Oh, you don't have the power. Alright, undo. Once we have power, I'm taking that mine too, though. Canyon view. Do I have any hints of power on this map right now? We really haven't found like any of the geothermal spots or anything. I guess not. Well, explore some of the ocean. Cram a development center up here. Realistically, do you need a landing pad? Do you even have anywhere to put it? This is going to be a great spaceport spot. I think everything is going to be spaceports very soon, so just throw that out. And then we've been saving this spot in White Katina for a nice research campus. Is that better than... No, that's not better than expanding to that flat plane. Wait one turn and build your combined living center. This you could do, though. Overwrite one of your tritium thermo generators for it. 14 power. You're about to go to 17 power with the heliostat power plant. That's a good spot to be in. There's your shipwright. I don't think you want anything else in there. Some Martian bacteria died. Very sad. Build another one of you. Give me an expansion here and here so that you can build this heliostat power plant. You know, you could also give me a bus station in White Katina. It would give you 1, 2, 3, 4 extra tiles you could expand to. They're all blank. It's worth thinking about. We'll see. I think for now you can definitely do both of these sandstones. You can also set up a mine, apparently. It's worth gene modding anything yet? No. You actually don't have anything worth gene modding, and it spent all your power. Maybe you should explore instead. So I grab this tritium and do the exploration next turn. A little something like that. Minus 70? We're chilling. Does not bother me. Mercurian solar panels I would love to start getting pretty soon. Let's see if we can get that put together. Aerogel manufacturer would be pretty good. Can I do it right now? I can. I have an empty slot. And then you quite happily go here. And then you go here for a little extra support. That leaves you with no power. Again. But I think that's fine. Because I can just plunk a development center here. I think this is fine. Yeah, it's okay that he can't do anything this turn. I'll live. Enable you. Should we just take Jupiter to 3, get an extra 50 atmosphere? Are we going to export? We could conceivably export nitrates. Maybe you want to do Venus since you've got a nice support buffer right now. Yeah, I'll do that. Then give me one of those. You do have a bunch of spaceports ready to go this turn. So like 2 free nitrate exports. Kinda good. Give me titanium imports. And then start working on ocean flooding again. You have a free space for a bacteria spreader. I'll take +1 titanium per turn and 20 support for a new lifeform. And I guess just keep me on support to keep me alive, but I mean we're cruising. Give me a space project. Give me a GMO lab. We can make use of that. Give me an applied science center, and I think that's going to be about it. Noiseless ship engines is pretty good. Considering we're about to set up our docks and our spaceports and all this kind of stuff. So let's take you, turn you in. You can finally be the dock that we always wanted, and then we get support for doing this. We'll get more support for that one once we get to flooding level 3. It's approaching time to retire that exploration rover, given that it's taking 7 turns to explore every tile. It will make a great spaceport, +1 comfort of living and 2 free exports. So I think that's a pretty natural spot for that. Take you up a little bit. Let's keep hitting support. Take a space project. Throw the rest of that out. Spread your boreal forest again, which is also going to give you science production. And then start clearing some rocks out of the way. So you can also go then. Like you're not that good anymore. You're going to get replaced basically next turn. -84 does not bother me. We're fine. I don't want any of these buildings. I do want to explore titanium, though. Titanium? No, you want to explore tritium. There you go. Research 8 projects? I don't think so. It's a very synergy-heavy game today. Give me some extra trade routes. Work on a space project. We approaching 20 silicates relatively soon, yes. Craig, you've done a great job. I appreciate it. New buildings. Space hotels is kind of fun, given that we're on Space Path. Because we can just take space hotels and build them for free progress towards per aspera ad astra. It's kind of fun. Give me one of you. Enable you. Give me one of you. The rest of you, like, I know you're supposed to be good or whatever, but I don't think it matters. Now, where do I want to put this plant spreader? You can expand to this tile, and then you can come in here. Why don't you give me a little bit of kelp? Just to make the people happy. Keep exploring out into the ocean, just to make the people happy. And then you, the GMO lab, can come in here, which is my original plan for you. And then you, White Katina, can receive a bus station. Let's say here. I don't really... Oh, no, that's... No, I want the expansion tiles. I can sacrifice the science. We make a ridiculous amount of science. So you can come down here, you can come down here. And we just have extra spreader tiles, basically. Let's finish that up. I would like to finish my settlement on Venus to get a Venusian diamond factory. I would not be willing to spend 37 nitrates on terraforming parameters at this point. I don't think we're going to get our money's worth on that one. Scuba diving school's fine. I mean, these are all like fine, but I don't think any of them are necessary. I also think we might just win. We need 40 more space projects. I think we kind of have it in the bag currently. Let's do orbital panels, export some nitrates. We need to sell 42 more. Import titanium. Explore the ocean. We can now build our research campus. So that's an extra expansion tile. And it's extra science. Not enough silicates in stock. Oh, because I just spent them all, of course. There, we can do that instead. I don't think I want any of these. Well, I could just, like, take an ocean project, I guess. I could also take free food. Because, like, it fits here and it has no cost to me. Boreal rainforest? Yeah, why not? Another plant spreader? Sure, why not? Miner's cottage? I gotta build this homestead one of these days, but, I mean, we are making 17 food per turn, so you can come. I don't think I'm taking the rest of this, though. Wow, we're really pinched on silicates. Maybe I shouldn't have... Wow, we're really pinched on everything. What happened to my economy, man? Everything was booming. It's like I spent all my shit. There's no shit left. I didn't know that's how it worked. Okay, you're full on houses. You're not full on houses, though. You still have plenty of housing spots that we can use. I would happily take a -1 to get a science per turn. At some point. Probably not now, but eventually. And you're also kind of... Oh, I forgot we had fertile soil here. We just never bothered to use that, huh? Oh, well. I don't know if silicates to repair that. It's okay. It's okay. You're only at -71 support. It's not that bad. I also need titanium. Because there's even more mines that I could be building. Like, that's +2 silicates per turn. And then there's also all this stuff in the water over here. That's large. You can't do that this turn. You could do it next turn. Probably. I don't know. I haven't done the math. But you could probably do it next turn. You can't hold any space projects. An extra domed park isn't bad. Development Center's free science. You might have an elevated tile somewhere that you don't know about. It looks unlikely. Yeah, none of these are elevated. I mean, you are, but like you're busy already. I don't want to take up your time. I think we win in 2 turns. Because this is a lot of projects that are about to finish. That's fine. Goodbye, Martian life form. 297 of 300. Son of a... Ship it. Ship it. One city will be destroyed? Hang on. I was gonna say whatever, just end the game. I don't want to destroy my city for no reason. Like it. There we go. That is a turn 56 space path win. Now, granted, it's the weekly game, so we have a couple perks in place, and the negative was not that scary of a negative, but either way, that's a good game right there. And we could have gone much longer. We were in great shape. So that's going to be this week's weekly challenge. If you're thinking about terms of difficulty, it really does not seem like that difficult to one. There's a lot of incidental ways that you can get water. You can also tailor your economy so that you don't really rely on water that much in the first place. I will catch you guys next week for the next weekly challenge. But until then, take care. I've been Chef, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.